You coming to the fight?
Yes, sir. Nigga? Yes, sir. Fuck nigga, I will be there.
Fucking magnum in your fucking head, nigga.
You ain't gonna do shit, nigga.
Errol name out your
you ain't gonna
mouth,
do shit, nigga. You
Don't
ain't
gonna
do shit, nigga.
Fuck your big ass
you
up,
ain't gonna do shit,
we
nigga.
Gonna body you, son.
You ain't gonna do shit, nigga.
We got long money, nigga. We gonna body you, son.
Yeah, nigga, whatever.
All you do is talk about Errol Spence and
nigga, whatever.
Keep their names out your mouth,
fuck
nigga.
You. Fuck Errol Spence. Fuck Al Heyman. Fuck you. Fuck Al Heyman and fuck Errol Spence. No, this why you mad.
Put you in his payroll, fuck, nigga.
This why you mad, fuck boy.
Fuck you up, nigga.
This why you.
Yes, surprise.
See, you mad.
Nigga, you
mad because of the chocolate covered strawberries. That's why you mad.
You up, nigga.
You fucking me up now.
Fuck you up, nigga. This money big from Brooklyn. We gonna fuck you up, nigga. Dance to fight, nigga. Come to the fight, nigga. We gonna fuck your bitch ass up, nigga. Hoe ass nigga. I bet you won't show up to that fight.
Boy, I promise you to God, hoe ass nigga, I will be there. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit.
I bet you won't.
You ain't gonna do shit. I can promise. Nigga, I don't even know you, hoe ass nigga. Hoe ass nigga, I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know what you look like, but I will be there. I will be there.
Put it on your bitch ass skin to the God's Spence. Keep his name out your mouth.
Fuck Spence, nigga. Fuck you and Spence, nigga. Well, how about
fuck
that?
Your mama,
make me keep his name out my mouth, nigga. Fuck you and Spence.
Fuck your mama, nigga. I'm gonna spit in your face when I see you.
You ain't gonna do shit, nigga. You ain't gonna do shit.
That was strange. I mean, strange. Weird. Way off the rocker. If you guys don't know, that is new media today with Coach Malachi. And he had a caller because he has a call-in service. And as you heard, a guy threatening his life if he goes to a certain event. He says, I'm going to body you, put you in the dirt, put a magnum to your head and all this craziness because he was talking about Errol Spence. Now listen, I know sometimes people go in on Errol Spence. I know people go in on Terrence Crawford. I know everyone has their picks and chooses. You know, I try to keep it at a minimum. I try to balance a lot of things out. I try not to go real hard on somebody. But even if I chose to do that, that doesn't mean that someone has to get out of character to that degree to threaten my life. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want, first of all, why should that even be a factor? And it just shows you that these fans, I don't know if they're fans, more of just fanatic casuals. And because his thing was repeated, like, hey, keep Errol Spence's name out of your mouth. Like, maybe this is somebody that knows Errol Spence. And, like, let's hope that's what that is, because if this is a person that never seen Errol Spence a day in his life and it's just a normal, or I can't even call him normal because nobody really normally does that, a regular cordial fan, and he's doing that to that degree and don't even know Errol Spence personally, you need help. You need anger management. And, you know, I know Coach Malachi really is not worried about that, but that has to be some level of concern, because God forbid something actually did happen. All this here becomes evidence. Okay, it becomes something that you don't want it to be, but that's exactly what it is. It's some guy that threatened to kill him on a live stream. You know, and if something happened to that degree, or, you know, like that, we already know he left his telephone number and stuff like that. But it just shows you, like, why in the world would someone call in to threaten someone's life because they didn't like what that fighter or that person was saying about a fighter that they support? And it just shows you, though, how sensitive people are, how people take things to a degree that, why even go there? Like, it's crazy. It's like you don't have anything else to do but to call in and threaten someone, because it's like this. The logical thing to do, if you didn't like how a person talked about a particular person that you supported, okay, you could always stop watching, go somewhere else that you do hear the support that you're accustomed to hearing, that helps you out to your day to day. Because obviously this guy right here, I forget his name, but obviously this like sets him off. This disrupts his day altogether. And Blueblood too. I was like, hey, fuck you and Blueblood. I'm like, dude, it's just crazy when someone gets a different opinion about someone, you know, and it just shows you to the degree these people are crazy. You know, sports, entertainment, these things hundreds and thousands of years ago was for distractions. You know, they weren't to be worshipped, okay? Admired, but not worshipped, not took to the degree that you don't like what this person's saying, therefore you hate them, therefore you're wrathful, therefore you want to inflict pain or some type of violent act because this person is saying something. There should be nothing, almost nothing that anybody could say, right, that could cause someone else to use violence or action, physical action towards you. Because once you resorted to violence, you've already lost. Okay, that's a famous quote, but it's true. Because that means that instead of him saying, well, hey, what do you have against Errol Spence? Versus keep Errol Spence's name out your mouth. Like, are you Errol Spence? Because you know that ain't Errol Spence. Errol, keep your name out my mouth. I mean, Errol Spence's mouth. Right? And it's just crazy that how people take this to a degree. I hope nothing really formulates towards this, you know. But it's even sad if it doesn't, because it just shows you that this guy seems like he's serious. You know, he might just be, you know, a talker or a barker. But at the end of the day, you could tell this guy was mad enough to call in to say what he wanted to say like that, to that degree, when he could have just turned off the channel. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Coach Malachi and Blueblood being threatened by some guy from Brooklyn. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.